Believe this. I really can't believe this. These corrupt mugs have actually done this. They've done the unbelievable. They've got both of them. How?
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
Guys, I don't know how this happened. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, by the way. I'm stunned. I'm somewhat fuming, but I'm still at the same time bemused, absolutely confused. I thought Raphinha was our player. I really did. I honestly thought we will end up getting him, or at least even Dembele. But bloody hell, Barcelona has ended up getting both of them. This club, someone needs to investigate this particular club. How can they be owing money to Frankie de Jong yet still match? In fact, they've even gone above, or I don't know whether they've matched it. It was something around, I can see, I'll bring this up. 75 million euros apparently is what they have committed to with Leeds in regards to Raphinha. And Leeds have accepted this. How are they managing to do that when they owe money to Frankie de Jong, when they owe money all up to many players, deferred wages of 83 million or something like that? How's this club doing this? I mean, they were in a financial massive mess even before all of these economic levers and whatnot started happening. They were in a huge financial big mess from Messi days by paying wages to players way over the mark, they're one of the culprits as to why some parts of the wage structure in world football at the moment is all over the place because of these absolute idiotic movement from this particular club, paying players 800k, 900k. I get it, okay, fine, Lionel Messi, but they were paying, players like Griezmann 800k, players like other players that were in insane wages as well. And all of that, what it's done is it's created a precedent in world football. Every player now, wants high wages. So they've gone through that, which has affected their football club in terms of, because in La Liga there's a salary cap, there's a wage, there's a transfer cap. Having high wages made them have less amount of money available for transfers, and then they had to let go of Messi. Then they had to let go of Philippe Coutinho, Griezmann, and so on and so forth. Many other players had to leave. They've even done corrupt deals with Juve, I believe, with what's his name, Miralem Pjanic and Arthur and whoever else. They've been doing some weird stuff. And now, I don't know how they've convinced Dembele to take a 40% wage reduction, pay cut, when this guy was demanding more money. I don't understand what's going on. The whole Raphinha situation as well. There's a very funny sort of conspiracy around Deco as well, which I'm going to showcase to you guys. How has this happened? They've literally, I think at the end, pretty much grabbed Leeds' hands and twisted it and said, "You better accept this because this is our player." Man, look, we've done everything we could, I suppose, from Todd Bowley's point of view. He's done everything. He's put in an offer. He agreed, made an agreement with Leeds. It was down to the player, and Deco did level best to make it happen with Barcelona. So look, at the end of the day, he did whatever he could for his client, and here we are. And I guess the question is, where do we go from here on in? Well, who do we get now? I have no idea. I'm thinking we can't let go of Ziyech, even though Ziyech, he's got 1 foot out, maybe even 2 foot out. Do you know what I mean? He's doing everything that Lukaku's done in regards to how he left, letting go of his agent. Now apparently there's talks that Ziyech is doing some sort of negotiations with Rock Nation, who is Lukaku's PR people, helping him out with the Inter Milan move. He's even got the same lawyer as Lukaku to get this deal over the line with AC Milan. What do we do? But before we get into all of that, let's have a look at what's going on. This is from Ben Jacobs, ladies and gentlemen. Can confirm Leeds and Barcelona have finally reached an agreement this evening for Raphinha. My understanding is that 50 million plus 10 million fee is incorrect. Leeds rejected that offer quite some time ago, and the deal is actually worth close to 75 million euros. How are you doing this, Barcelona? I know these economic levers, it's going to open up some of your money, but you owe people. You can't even register players. You're linked with Lewandowski, you're linked with Bernardo Silva, you're linked with so many XYZ players. It's mad. It's mad. There is no way you should be able to do this, man. 75 million euros. I mean, this is a club that's apparently opening up their stadium for weddings. Like, can you imagine weddings at Camp Nou is opening up their stadium to allow for people to come and play there for a fee? They're in dire trouble, and here they are paying 75 million on Raphinha, which is mad. And God knows when they're going to pay this to Leeds. You know, as Bayern Munich hierarchy said, Barcelona won't exist in a couple of years' time. I really hope so. And Raphinha, you know what? Good luck if you get paid. And I'm going to come to Raphinha because I feel like what a stupid move this is. 50 million plus 10 would not be significantly lower than Chelsea's bid, but lower than Barcelona's own 60 million guaranteed rejected offer yesterday. Barcelona were always confident of getting Raphinha, but it's not true. The deal has been in place for weeks, only tonight, because this came in late yesterday evening UK time. Barcelona also looked to set to re-sign Ousmane Dembele. Club sources have always said they wanted both players if finances allowed. Xavi has pushed hard for the Dembele contract to be approved in the past 48 hours. Barring a late twist, he'll sign a 2-year deal with a 40% pay cut. It's mad. These players are taking pay cuts to be at Barcelona. What is it? There's something fishy going on. There's something fishy going on. I think whether it's the agents that's done some dirty deals and forcing their players to do, I don't know. I really don't know. And the reason I'm saying this particular account in football Twitter, I don't know how credible this account is, but there is a bit of a conspiracy theory. Claims to be wants to be a journalist and whatnot. But this thread kind of sort of woke me up a little. I want to see what you guys have to say about this. This is just from, as I said, a random sort of account on Twitter. So don't take it as gospel. This is, but it just puts a bit of a twist in the mix. Leeds United has the sales right, not Deco, his agent, 100%, because at the end of the day, Raphinha is Leeds' player. The whole problem, starting with Deco, went ahead in March to arrange a pre-sale agreement with Barca without the consent of Leeds United. My days, they must have had no respect for Leeds. He took commission. So Deco apparently took commission, made his player agree personal terms with Barca pending the opening of transfer window, persuaded Leeds to drop his release clause so he becomes cheaper for Barca to buy. They were expecting Leeds to be relegated because at that time, the expectation was that Leeds was going to get relegated. Leeds survived relegation, so player value went up. Naturally, Leeds decided to sell but at a certain amount and won't take anything less. They need the money to build their squad for next season. They went ahead to hold total agreement with Chelsea, which is legally binding on Leeds, and Chelsea offer was good. This is true because Todd Bowley called up Leeds. Leeds said, this is the price. Todd Bowley said, I'm bringing the money tomorrow. The money was there. Leeds accepted it. And that's why the bombshells dropped from David Ornstein, Matt Law, and all of those people saying, a deal has been agreed from Leeds United's point of view. It's just the player. And apparently the personal terms were also agreed, but the player wanted to wait for Barcelona. And that's when we started seeing Deco moving to Barca, talking 24 hours meeting and whatnot. All of that drama went on. At this stage of transaction, it's legally binding. Any breach can result in legal damages. Deco, his agent, steps in to enforce his personal agreement with Barca over Leeds. Leeds saying no unless you can match Chelsea offer. This is where it all got all pear-shaped for Deco because Deco had already promised and got commission from Barcelona. So Barcelona is now pushing Deco as well. Get me this player. You promised me this player. So Deco's gone to Leeds. Leeds has said, look, Chelsea's about to give me that money. And at the end of the day, this is my player. I own him. What gave you the right to go and make those contract talks with Barcelona? Barca FC increased their offer to Leeds yesterday, which was way less than what Chelsea had offered, including the salaries Chelsea offered Raphinha. Deco trying to make his player stall the Chelsea agreement so his ass would be saved. Deco messed up by taking money for a deal that is supposed to be a three-party deal, but dealing only with Barca without Leeds' concern. At this point, unless Chelsea decide to let go all legal entitlements, Raphinha will have no choice than to wear blue jersey. The other option is the Leeds would breach their agreement with Chelsea and pay compensation to Chelsea. Leeds is not ready to lose money. Chelsea is not backing down. Deco is in a mess. Do you know what? I know this isn't from a legitimate sort of journalist or anything like that, but I feel like there's some substance to this. I feel like there's some substance because Deco, the way he moved around did not seem normal to me. On top of that, look at this. Look at this. And I know a lot of clubs operate in this manner. Barcelona have released their official accounts. They owe 19 clubs a total of 126 million euros for outstanding payments on transfers. The largest sum is 29 million. They must pay Liverpool for the transfer of Philippe Coutinho. Do you know when Coutinho left Liverpool to Barcelona? It's mad. Since then, he's gone to Bayern Munich, won Champions League. I'm pretty sure Liverpool has won Champions League as well. Then he's now in Aston Villa, and they still owe 29 million to Liverpool. I know a lot of clubs out there operate in this manner. I get it that they pay in installments. You don't necessarily pay everything upfront. I understand that, but this is mad. 126 million outstanding, and still being able to pay 70 million odd, or more than 70 million. What is it? Something around 75 million euros for Raphinha. It's insane. But the funny thing is, this brother, ladies and gentlemen, Gerard Romero, I have to give respect to this guy. This guy got it right. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, man. He's more credible than some of the English media. Do you know what I mean? Like, this guy was on top of his game, and he's been telling it. He's been telling it that Raphinha is going to be a Barcelona player. But, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's mad. It's mad. I guess I'm fuming because we need a creative player, and Raphinha was going to be that player. I wanted Dembele, but once I started seeing rumors that he wanted to stay at Barca, now the wage reduction and whatnot, I thought, okay, fine, that's gone. Since they're going to get Dembele, 100% we're going to get Raphinha. Now that we're not even going to get Raphinha, Premier League proven as well, he would have slotted in nicely, man. And now what do we do? Now what do we do, ladies and gentlemen? Where do we go from here? We're not linked with any other wingers. Yes, there were some names with Leao. For me, I don't mind Rafael Leao. I like him. He's a very good player. But I don't want Thomas Tuchel to just panic buy anything. Buy what you think is going to work for you. Because at the end of the day, my man, it's all on you. Next season, you better be on top of everything. So if one of your transfers don't work out, you are going to be accountable. So don't panic buy. This is what I'm saying. Maybe Hakim Ziyech, keep him. But how do you keep Hakim Ziyech as well now, man? I mean, this guy... he wants AC Milan. And it's not because ill feeling towards Chelsea or anything like that. It's purely because not getting enough game time, not fitting the style of football that Thomas Tuchel wants to play. It's not been the most pleasant time for him. And these are his key ages, and he wants to make the most out of it. So, look, I personally still think if Thomas Tuchel just at least talked it out with Ziyech, keep him for one more season, and then, see the right player that we can get in the market. Because for me, at least Ziyech. Bring in someone else that you're not comfortable, because I'm pretty certain Chelsea wanted Raphinha. They did. But they played it smartly as well. It's just at the end, something corrupt happened. And then this football club, Barcelona, they need to be investigated. They really need to be investigated, because look at what they're doing with Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong has come out and said, I've wanted to stay at Barcelona, but I don't like the way I've been treated here. Money that is owed to him as well. Money that is owed to so many of their players. They can't register players, let alone pay 75 million euros for Raphinha. Do you know what I mean? Selling all their privatized assets to keep afloat. I swear, this football club is going to get destroyed if it's not already getting destroyed. I hope they get liquidated, honestly.